Tonight, the latest details on a double homicide in North Spokane overnight, everything we know, and a mix-up over utility tax in Post Falls leaving residents confused. We get to the bottom of it tonight.
A big change is in the works. One more day of patchy fog, then we're talking rain and temps on the rise this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Sydney Schofield. Mark has the night off. Tonight, Spokane police are investigating a shooting that left 2 people dead in North Spokane. It was in an apartment overnight. Officers say they have 1 suspect in custody. KREM 2's chief journalist Amanda Rowley joins us live from the scene with the very latest. Amanda?
Good evening. I'm near the intersection of Nevada and Koza Drive, just outside the apartment here in North Spokane, where police are now investigating a double homicide shooting. Now, just in the last hour, Spokane police told me the suspect they now have in custody is expected to remain at the hospital tonight with injuries sustained before officers arrived on scene. Now, here's what we've confirmed so far in this investigation. Just before noon, Spokane police said officers responded here after multiple 911 calls about a disturbance and shots fired around 11:30 p.m. last night. Now, once police located the apartment unit, that's when they discovered 2 people dead. Officer Dan Strassenberg says police identified 1 suspect in a nearby apartment, and he says they cooperated when police contacted him around 9:30 this morning and is now in custody. Neighbors I talked to say they woke up last night to gunshots, and they told me they're relieved there's no longer a threat.
I didn't really investigate, I just heard a noise and went back to sleep because there's a lot of random noises around this area. So I heard that somebody had been shot across the way last night. It's a little bit close to home, literally. It's right in the, not just in my block, it's on next building over. So
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine now.
Officers evacuated the apartment complex until they detained the suspect. Now, according to the Spokane Police Crime Dashboard, this is the first homicide investigation this year. Now, the most recent double homicide shooting in Spokane happened in September last year on the South Hill near Chase Middle School. Now, police say these details are preliminary. Tonight, we still don't know the motive behind this shooting or the identities of the victims or the suspect, but Spokane police say they expect to share an update with those details tomorrow. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you. Breaking news tonight, the Idaho Supreme Court decided today that the state's private education tax credit is constitutional. The court unanimously said that the people challenging the parental choice tax credit failed to show that the law violated the state constitution's provision that Idaho pay for public schools. Opponents had argued that if taxpayers pay for private tuition-based education, then that's not open to all students, but the court disagreed. The pro-education group that fought the law released a statement that says, in part, quote, "Despite this setback, our organizations will continue to advocate for Idaho students and public education and believe the legislature and the voters of Idaho should look critically at this program." Earlier today, a Washington State Patrol car was hit by a semi-truck at the I-90 US 195 off-ramp. According to WSP, a trooper was investigating a 1-car crash near the off-ramp, which was partially blocked. That's when the semi-truck tried to go around the patrol car, leading to the collision. No one was injured. And earlier today, a train derailed near Blue Creek off of 395. Stevens County Emergency Management posted these pictures on their Facebook page. Right now, railroad crews are assessing the situation. It looks like parts of the track and several of the rail cars were damaged. 1 or 2 train cars are hanging off the side of a bridge over water. Emergency Management says this is not affecting any of the roadways. A U.S. District Court judge sentenced a Spokane man to 7 years in prison for distributing illicit drugs to the community. 38-year-old Timothy Hanahan, a man experiencing homelessness from Texas, used the moniker Big Mike. He was identified as a distributor of methamphetamine and fentanyl. He was known to distribute drugs near the House of Charity in downtown Spokane. In a statement, the special agent in charge said in part, quote, "Mr. Hanahan repeatedly brought dangerous drugs into the heart of downtown Spokane and actively expanded their distribution. This sentence disrupts a supply chain that was harming the community," end quote. Now, after his sentence, he'll serve 4 years of supervised release. Applications are now open for the Washington Cares Fund pilot program. A small group of residents in Lewis, Mason, Thurston, and Spokane counties can apply for early access to the long-term care benefits that they've earned since they started paying into the program in 2023. Benefits will be available to eligible Washingtonians statewide starting in July. For an applicant to meet the care needs requirement, Washington Cares must determine that they need help with 3 or more activities of daily living and will continue to need help for at least 90 days. The activities Washington Cares considers are listed right there on your screen. All right, let's take a break now from the headlines and head to our outdoor weather center with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. When I saw you last, Jeremy, it was sunny, but it looks like we're starting to see that sunset a little.
Sun is setting. Unfortunately, it's still just slightly before 5 p.m. So it officially has set. You saw Amanda's live shot a little bit earlier. She is socked in the fog here on the South Hill. It's nice and clear. Out in Coeur d'Alene, it's nice and clear. Beautiful day, 38 degrees out at the airport right now, and temperatures are going to drop widespread across the region. And once again, as our temperatures drop, we are going to see fog. I thought we'd get out of it today, but that just didn't seem to be the case with a ton of dry air overhead. Had that dry air just taken another 5-6 hours to move in overnight, we would have seen the most beautiful day possible. Unfortunately, not seeing the most beautiful day possible sets us up for another round of fog tomorrow morning. Fog tomorrow eventually turns into clouds, and clouds eventually turn into rain by Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. That rain should persist through the end of the day. Sunday brings about another round of it, and our temperatures just kind of hover in the mid-40s. A little bit cooler than we initially thought we would be this weekend, and that's all thanks to how much colder we stayed throughout the day today, with all of that fog setting up.
Jeremy, thank you. Stay with us. We still have much more to cover here on KREM 2 News at 5. President Trump is defending his administration amid criticisms of tactics around immigration and voting, what we know. And later, we'll take you to Post Falls, where questions are building up surrounding the city's utility tax, what you need to know.